until yesterday, Daniel Suarez had never sat in a NASCAR Nationwide Series car. You got about 100 laps of practice, and today you qualified 12th, not qualifying all these series veterans. How would you describe your first experience thus far here in the Nationwide Series?
I'm really feel lucky to have the support from Joe Gibbs Racing that, I have been learning a lot about them and about how I need to do everything.
He really cares about this sport a lot. He's excited about being with Joe Gibbs. And we asked him, I said, what is your goal? Because he had a lot of people with him that are involved in Formula One. Made me think that maybe he wanted to be in Formula One. He said, no, man, I want to make it to Cup. That's where I want to be.
And Daniel Suarez wins the pole. Kind of an upset here in Daytona. Daniel Suarez capturing his first career Xfinity Series pole.
I can describe with words what I'm feeling right now.
Really cool to see someone so excited about their first career pole.
He has a fast race car. When you have a fast race car, you make a lot of friends.
He wants the checkered flag tonight.
He said you're going to have to hold off that 51 of Daniel Suarez.
14 to go at Texas, green flag back in the air.
Great start by Suarez. Very, very aggressive and trying to take the lead.
Suarez sideways. Suarez not going away as they head to 3.
We've seen this all year, Jeff. Just every lap on the racetrack, he gets more and more impressive. Suarez wants that second spot. He wants to see if he can challenge Logano.
A great effort together here at Bristol. A very tough racetrack. This will challenge the best of them.
When you consider Daniel Suarez prepared for this race by watching YouTube videos, you've got to say he's doing pretty well.
Daniel Suarez, rookie in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, solid second place effort. He's been great.
Today we work, we fight all day long, and we end up in the second spot, so that's great.
Daniel Suarez, driver that's eligible for the Dash for Cash. Daniel Suarez just cashed a $100,000 check.
First time ever for Daniel Suarez. Checkered flag, gets it at Michigan.
I just have no words, honestly. It's just maybe one of the biggest moments for sure. The first win in Mexico was huge. The first win in the U.S. in the Canadian Series already was one of the best. But to get the first win in the National Series of NASCAR is just unbelievable. Gracias. Todos por su apoyo. Gracias. Woo!
I am so impressed with Daniel Suarez. This is a young man that's going to be in the Cup Series driving a car for someone before too many years go by.
Woo! That was a really cool video. Every single time that I get to see those videos, those moments, I just get crazy to get back in that car and try to do it again. It's a true honor to be here. Thank you, ALPFA, for the opportunity to be here. It's an honor to be here and a pleasure to be part of this convention. ALPFA mission to inspire and develop Latino leaders is important to work and something that I admire. I can really relate to the journeys, aspiration, and goals of many people in this room. Whether you are a young professional looking for your first break or a seasoned executive, ALPFA in a place where we can come together to grow and ultimately give back. In January, I was honored with a lifetime membership of this organization. This honor meant a lot to me because my professional journey is not much different than what ALPFA member is. He's crazy. I hope I have time to tell you guys my whole story, but I grew up in Monterrey, Mexico. My family doesn't come from racing or a lot of money. My dad, he has a restoration shop down in Mexico. Since I was 2-3 years old, I was with him at the shop, working with tools, having fun. Really cool moments that we went through. Actually, I was having some fun a little bit ago, checking some memories, and I remember like it was yesterday when I was 6-7 years old, and my dad used to ask me, "Hey, Daniel, what do you want to do when you grow up?" And I said to him, "I either want to be a mechanic or I want to be a taxi driver because I want to drive all day. I really like that." and it's really cool to turn around now, and my dad tells me, "Hey, seems like you make it. You're a driver, a fancy one, but you're a driver." So definitely a lot of cool moments. When I was 10 years old, I was in the shop with my dad, and a guy a customer actually, got into the shop, and he was into racing. And he became a friend of my dad, and he invited me to practice a go-kart. I didn't know anything about racing. I was just one kid that loved cars. I loved race cars, but I didn't know anything about racing at all. I didn't know that it was an option for me to be a race car driver. So this guy, he gave me an opportunity to practice his go-kart. First was just to wash, and then to practice the go-kart. After a couple weeks, the dad of my friend, he made a bet with my dad, and he said, hey, you know what? If you are faster than your son, that's fine. We won't do anything here. But if your son is faster than you are going to support him for 1 year. So guess what? I was faster. And it's pretty much how we started our journey. When I was 12, I was winning the championship in Mexico. I started racing in the US. When I was 13, I was the only Mexican driver representing Mexico in Europe in karting. And everything that started just to have a little fun and started to become something professional. But guess what? It was an expensive sport, and my dad didn't have the possibilities to support me all the way. So we started racing in Mexico, trying to find opportunities, sponsors all the way through. Finally, when I was 15, he broke the restoration shop. I was feeling very bad about that. He was working with some other people to try to get some support myself, and I remember like it was yesterday when I was 16 years old, and he told me, hey, you know what? I really believe in you, but if you don't have the support or the people on your side, this is nothing I can do. So with the restoration shop already done, it was really a difficult time. I got an opportunity to race NASCAR for 6 months, just 6 months. And I remember like in my last race, I made the pole, I was racing in the front, and then we got into a wreck. So pretty much after that, I was quitting my racing career. And one of the biggest teams in Mexico, Escudería Telmex at Telcel Racing, I'm sure that you guys hear about these guys, they called me after that. And they say, hey, Daniel, we never put a lot of support to one young driver in one of our cars. But maybe this is going to be the first time. So what do you think if we give you a shot? In that point, I was already quitting racing. So I gave a shot to myself. They gave me an opportunity in Mexico, in NASCAR Mexico. I raced for 1.5 years over there. And after that, people that knew about racing, they started helping me. And after that, they told me, hey, Daniel, you know what? I really think that you have the talent to go to, even more far than just Mexico. Why you don't think about something else in the US? And I said to them, well, guess what? I don't speak English. So I don't really know what is going to happen. So they sent me to the US, to Charlotte, to try to just learn something. I moved to the US. The only car I had when I was in Mexico, it was a Volkswagen Beetle, a 1994. I drove that thing all the way from Monterrey, Mexico, all the way to Charlotte. I didn't have anything. I moved to myself. I didn't have... It was a maybe the toughest year ever I had in my racing career. The first year. I didn't speak English, I didn't have friends, I didn't have sponsors, I didn't have races, I didn't have anything. And I was just trying to look for an opportunity. My first year, I was just trying to learn how to look for opportunity and trying to learn the language. Every single day, I was watching movies just to learn how to speak English and be able to have this conversation right now. And after 2 years, I find out about the Drive for Diversity program from NASCAR. They helped me a lot. They gave me a huge opportunity of racing in the US. My first year, we won our first race in the regional series. We finished third in the championship. And the second year, the big teams were looking for us. And to open in that second year, we won the first 2 races and the most important race that was in Daytona. After that, we had our opportunity with one of the best teams in the business, that is Jockey Racing. And not just that, it was an opportunity to race in the National Series. where we've been racing since last year. And it's been just like a dream because, like I said, I was pretty much quitting racing and I was just giving up. And actually, by the way, the business shop, restoration shop that I was talking before about my dad, 1.5 years ago, I said to my dad, hey, Dad, do you remember that restoration shop that everyone knew you and everyone know that you were the best in Monterey restoring cars? Well, now we are going to put it back together. And now we have that restoration shop back. This isn't unique to what I do. This is what you do every day for your job. It's what all of us Latinos do in this country. We are dedicated and work hard for what we do. This is what we are proud to be here and be here with you today. It's great to have organizations like ALPFA and NASCAR commitment to help developing diverse talent and providing us with opportunities to cultivate our talents. Without such support, our stories maybe be different. It has been great to meeting members from chapters all across the country. Your members have shared me on racetracks, different racetracks like Daytona Beach, Charlotte, Atlanta, Chicago, Dover, Texas, Phoenix, Miami, through all the past years. And the value support, and I will continue to work hard to make you proud and keep winning races. Thank you again, ALPFA. Have a good night, and hope to see you guys soon at the racetrack. Buenas noches.